On today's show, Incensed podcast is 90 episodes deep, so myself, Pogo Miley UK, Masterful27, and Casual Coops are taking it easy. But just wait for our 100th episode just after New Year's 2023. Welcome back. Guys, can you believe it? 9/10 of the way through to that century.
I can.
And a totally different style of intro.
And I hated it.
That's okay. Change can be good.
Yeah, I don't adapt well to change, Ian. Can we retake?
Don't want things to change.
No. No. My show, my intro,
Dear.
my rules.
Can we have a mutiny?
No.
Oh my god, guys,
Mutiny.
I just got a shiny spinner rack. Boys, look.
Hang on. I don't believe it.
Oh my god, you actually have.
I swear to god, I just got a shiny. No freaking way.
Oh,
You see, the new intro works.
That's the fastest someone's had a shiny.
How mad's that? That's so funny. Anyway, sorry, Ian. Yeah, I just got. I think isn't this like my second ever shiny during the show?
We've done too many shows to try and recollect that.
Yeah, we've done 89 episodes before this, so I don't know.
I think you've had maybe 3 or 4, to be fair.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say, isn't this my second show? But you've done probably at least 80 shows with us.
Not that far behind.
Yeah, I've not missed that many. Come on.
Not that many.
What a week. Guys, how you doing?
Doing all right. Bit of a busy one. You know, we're going to get into some shenanigans on the show later, but I'm looking forward to it, mate.
Yeah, and Coops is ready to raid that Giratina, aren't you, man?
I'm ready, bro.
It's good to be back in control of the soundboard.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. It's therapeutic, isn't it, where you could just be...
I've got a lot of Poke coins. I'm ready to go. Everybody send me Origin invites for the next few days. Nice. And of course I'm buzzing. I just got a shiny spinner rack, bro. Yeah.
Dude, if those coins last you a few days, I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marky, how are you?
Good, mate, good. Yeah, another week's here. Into our 90s. I'm just tired. I think we said that before we started recording. So might as well just be honest to listeners. We're not always feeling 1,000,000%. But no, all good.
Getting that
mate.
sympathy listener vote.
Yeah, well, I haven't quite recovered from the intro, Ian. You threw me off guard with that. I've kind of what happened there, mate? But...
That's just unfortunate.
I do like to sometimes do things a little bit differently, do things my own way, and you know what? There's only so many times you can list 3 or 4 things that are funny that are going to happen within a show, especially when the show has as little content as tonight, because we've been waiting all day for the news for November. It hasn't happened.
I played that soundbite from reversal too early, clearly.
Far too early, bro. Far too early.
Reload!
That's just unfortunate.
Rewind.
Marky boy, or what I will say, mate, even though you're feeling a bit tired, are we still going to get a poll tonight?
I'm never too tired to get my poll up, mate. Don't you worry.
And if you are, there are pills that can help. But anyway, before we go down that rabbit hole, it's time for the 90th time to grab a cold one and...
Pop your incenses, champions. Let's go.
And please let us know if you get something decent or something terribly bad that you just want to show off about to us on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram using the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Clarify the spelling for me.
And that is hashtag SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Or you can go old school and email us incensedpodcast@yahoo.com. Now... With all that said and done, let's get on with the show. Some say Niantic interns think that daylight savings time means you can only use your ISA during the day. And they don't understand the word glitch. All we know is it's over to Milo to bring back...
Ask the intern.
Hi again, it's me.
That's what I'm going to say. This show is really throwing me off. This show is really throwing me off right now. Man, this is totally different.
Ian's got the whisk and he's just stirring it and seeing whatever section happens to come our way. I will say, like, bringing this section back, we've done this actually quite regularly over the last few weeks, to be honest, haven't we?
Well, there's been a lot to bring it back for,
Yes.
really, hasn't there?
We try not to.
We don't want to.
No.
I mean, they make us do it.
Well, we have to cover some bits, and we'd be very bad if we didn't actually cover this quite colossal cock-up. As you may or may not be aware, for quite a few days, Pokemon GO Twitter was posting some peaky sort of tweets going like, hey, what's going on here?
And some nice little videos as well.
Indeed.
awesome. Yes,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
With
nifty
like
little
one with
videos.
lots of Noibat with Poffins in there, and then one with lots of Magikarp. And it's like, what's going on? And then lots of screenshots kept coming up.
It's funny you said it because it's actually been going for quite a while, isn't it? It's been going for a few weeks.
It's
they've
been
doing all
hyped
that,
up,
haven't they?
yes,
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
long
People have been
time.
predicting, are there going to be outbreaks? There's a few things people were predicting, but it obviously boiled down to...
It was going to be the release of Zorua, which is very much a fan favourite. A lot of people really like this Pokemon. Would have tied in very nicely with the Halloween sort of event, and the way it was going to work was it would transform into your buddy Pokemon, and you would see lots of your buddy Pokemon on the overworld map, which happened for, 2 time zones.
5 minutes in about 2 time zones.
Chibati,
Good old
Chibati Island.
Chibati Island, yes.
Oh, Mark, I was going to say that. It was
Yeah.
Chibati.
And New
yeah,
Zealand,
yeah.
Chibati Island and
Chibati
New
Island
Zealand.
got
yeah.
it quite correct.
Chibati Island, I'm dead.
And I think sections of New Zealand, or perhaps all of New Zealand, got it at the start of their Spotlight Hour. It was going to coincide with Shuppet Spotlight Hour earlier this week. Because on the first video with Noibat, it said 6 p.m, and on the next video with the Magikarp, it said 0010 20, whatever the bloody date was of Spotlight Hour, I forget. So it all pointed towards that. And what happened, guys, if you weren't, I'm sure everybody's aware.
Yeah.
Unless you've been
we
living
are.
under a rock, you should really
People
know.
did indeed catch Zorua, but there was a major glitch, which meant that they turned it off before New Zealand's Spotlight Hour even finished, so they only got the beginning 5 minutes rather than the end 5 minutes as well. A couple of hours afterwards, this was tweeted from Niantic support, not retweeted by Pokemon Go app, might I add. That was a bad play. Trainers, we are aware of a bug where Zorua, a Pokemon with a planned surprise encounter during October the 25th Shuppet Spotlight Hour, retains stats such as the height, CP, and attacks of the Pokemon it originally took the form of. The Zorua surprise that occurred in the time zones including and prior to GMT plus 13 will not occur in the time zones after a while we fix this. Shuppet Spotlight Hour will still occur. Zorua already caught by the trainers will not be able to be traded, sent to Pokemon Home, or allowed into GBL, oh, crying face, until this issue is resolved.
Excuse me.
As I say, we need to get on
None
to
of that
this.
sarcasm, please. None of that sarcasm.
It could be a good thing if it was allowed in, but please stay tuned for further details. We sincerely apologise for the inconvenience this has caused. So, gentlemen, we obviously didn't get to encounter any Zorua, any of this Spotlight Hour, because it was turned off. What the end result was is that there were people who got Zorua with stats and CP of something like 3,300 CP with the Psy Strike attack from Mewtwo and all of that stuff. If they saw a video of someone trying to power it up and it went backwards in CP when they gave it some Stardust.
Did it actually?
Yeah. So it
Because it was a
reversed.
glitch that they were so OP, so it obviously was taken
so when
back
you put
to
it
where
up,
it should
it went
be.
to what it should have been almost in the CP, so it dropped back, would
I
it?
genuinely don't know. It may have done, or it may have gone to a random level. All I saw was someone power it up once and it lost 1,200 CP or something crazy.
Oh my god.
So, are we upset that we didn't get to encounter the super glitchy Zorua Pokemon?
I am. I'm gonna.
I am actually.
Let's be honest. So, I mean, I didn't find out that this wasn't happening until probably about 3:00 in the afternoon. So, and I'll tell you for why. I mean, well, most of us work, so we don't have the luxury of having our phones on, looking at Pokemon Go updates during our working day.
That's true.
It's true. I only saw that this was happening on Leak Duck in the morning, so I only found out about what was planned to happen early that morning as well. So when I found out about it, I was like going, "Oh my god, exciting! Right, this is going to be amazing." I was trying to plan which Pokemon I was going to put as my buddy for it, trying to get the most visual, amazing sort of visual look appearance of it. And and as you guys know, I was still fooling myself up until about 3:00. This was still going to happen. So you lot all knew, but most people knew it wasn't going to happen. I'm now hyped up, getting it all planned and that. And then I saw it and I went, so basically we've got Shuppet Spotlight Hour. And to be fair,
We don't have a wah sound effect.
Yeah.
We can download one.
That's just unfortunate.
I'll go, wah, wah, wah.
Perfect. Nice.
But I was always going to use it as an XP evolving grind on the journey to level 50. You know, for me, lucky egg, I was going to get 4 times XP for evolving Pokemon throughout the whole
It's
thing.
my favourite bonus.
The 5 minutes.
Yes, Milo.
You're on fire tonight, mate. The 5 minutes at the beginning was going to be a little bonus of stopping me getting XP. But obviously, it didn't play out, and I was disappointed. And actually, I was gutted. Actually, let's be honest, I was gutted it didn't happen because I tweeted about this. And can I just word it word for word, boys? Is that all right if I just find it? Because
You may recite yourself.
Yeah,
They might edit your voice, though. You do know that.
We will edit his voice.
I loved it when you moaned last week and you didn't edit your own voice. Interesting how that happened. But anywho.
To be fair, if Milo had changed me to an angry gerbil, I would have left it that way.
Oh, would you? So this is my tweet. And it was quite, it's had a few people, a bit like YouTube's, quite a few people liked it. It's quite nice. It struck the right chord. So my tweet was very simple.
Test it before you release it. And if not possible yet, put the infrastructure in place to allow for this. Needless to say, the credibility of a game we try to enjoy has been hurt yet again.
That was simply the tweet I put out about it. And
Damn, talk about simple and effective, Mark. Bloody hell.
To the point.
Yeah.
To the point, it's inexcusable that they don't try all these features before they actually go live in a game and not have it set up. But, I'll pass the baton on to one of you guys to take off that.
Not being negative, I don't really care. Listen, having a level 51 would have just been hilarious from the first Pokédex.
Yeah.
Entry. That would have been jokes. I think everyone would have found that banter. You've just you've got all your max Mewtwo's, Groudons, and you've got this level 50 with no candy. I think that would have been, really funny. For me personally, I don't really care. It's probably not relevant at all for anything, maybe in PvP. But all what I will say, I just think they did this huge marketing campaign. They must have spent a bit of money on the advertising. It's just, it's just a bit embarrassing. It's a
face palm. It's a big face palm, isn't it?
I'm going to be fine. I'm going to sleep absolutely fine tonight, not having one in my inventory. But I just think it's a bit embarrassing. They put all this effort, like you said at the start, Milo. The campaign's not been going for 3-4 days. It's been going for a solid while on social media, and it's just talk about flopped. This is probably the biggest flop that they've had. So that's my thoughts. I don't want to get too deep because I don't really care that much, but it's just embarrassing.
Eggy fart.
Exactly, Zoe. Exactly.
I agree.
I mean, my take on it is I was obviously sort of a bit gutted. It would have been really sick. I mean, my buddy was Buzzwole at the time, my hundo Buzzwole. It would have been really cool to see the Ultra Beast everywhere. We saw all the videos on social media of it happening.
Oh, I've got a hundo.
Thank you, Lachlan, from the Waste Spotters podcast, friends. In the end of the day, yes, they cocked it up. They did a huge marketing campaign with some the cool augmented reality style, that sort of Blair Witch-esque videos trying to promote it, which was very cool, and it kind of failed. Pulling it out straight away, obviously this isn't an error that they can correct simply, and I don't know what's going to happen with the Zorua in people's accounts, having seen that you can power it up and it loses CP.
I think people that have them will keep them, but they're not allowed to trade them or do anything
I know
with them
that a few people did manage to lucky trade them before.
They can't even transfer them to Pokemon Home.
No, but they can bin them.
They're locked with them, aren't they, in now? They're just locked,
If they transfer them, they can transfer
One or two
them.
people did manage to trade it or lucky trade it, so they've got the Zoroark, or whatever the evolved form is, at some crazy CP level. But fact is, it didn't cost us as a player anything. It's not they messed up a paid ticket experience or anything. It was a cool feature that went a bit awry. It would have been very cool to see it, but looking at it now, I personally would have preferred it to be 5 minutes before Spotlight Hour and 5 minutes after Spotlight Hour, because running into the Spotlight Hour, you're kind of interrupting people doing evolving XP grinds, or people who are chasing shiny Shuppet or whatever. So it's mixing those events together, which I'm not really a big fan of.
That's such a good point. I never understood that. I was like, can't you just do it 7 till half 7? Why does it have to be in? I didn't get that.
Over
Sorry,
Spotlight Hour.
just add that in. Yeah,
it was a bit.
I think the idea is because obviously you've got the outbreak for the Spotlight Hour, so
I don't know. It's just one of those things. If this had been mistake number 5 or 6 or 20 or whatever, it probably would be sort of less significant, because you're like, okay, something went wrong or whatever. But this is mistake number whatever 1,000 of certain events and releases.
I'm surprised you don't know the correct number, Billy.
Probably 5,792. Yeah. I don't know. With the elite raids and the radius and the spawns not happening properly at certain locations, everything does feel a bit rushed and not tested properly, as Mark said. So
that's it. Yeah.
Do a bit more R&D on it. Actually put a bit of time. Maybe, I know that everyone jokes at the moment, certainly over the last couple of years, it does seem that APAC are the guinea pigs and they are the test.
Well, they are. That's the first time
Yes.
Zone always is.
But they could do a localized test. Like, remember when they were testing gyms and raids in the very, very early days? They tested EX raids when they first dropped in, when they were first going to be released in 2017-18 or wherever it was, with a very select group of locations and players. They could have done something like that for this, just to make sure it functioned a bit better. Obviously, we have no idea about the ins and outs of the setup for the whole thing. It was a majorly hyped up feature with a whole marketing campaign behind it that just flopped fucking badly.
Flopped like a Magikarp, didn't it, Milo?
Which is ironic, considering that was in the video.
One of the videos.
Exactly. That's where I was going.
Foreshadowing. It was foreshadowing. I'm drinking. So I suppose I'll round this out. So
I'm looking forward to this, by the way, Ian. I'm looking forward to
yeah,
this.
okay, it's all right. Great White Shark mode. Here we go. Okay, so as a player playing the game, it would have been nice to actually have Zorua. The encounter, nice. It would have been hyped up. We'd all been looking forward to it. Is it really that deep? And I suppose,
Shark,
honestly,
I like what he
I've
did.
got to say,
I like what
it's
you're doing.
not really that deep. They have said we will get Zorua. It will be returned as and when they fix the glitches. It's a glitch. Now, people have been tweeting, like Mark did, saying, Niantic, you should have tested these features, rah, rah, rah. Now, I personally think it's naive to think that they don't test it. Let's give them some credit.
As I said.
This went awry, but they will have tested it. Even on a closed server or something, they will have tested it. But obviously, when it's actually integrated into the real-world game, glitches can and do occur. So I agree with Milo in that it might have been better to test it in a sort of more limited environment. But if they're rolling it out across the world on one day, they kind of don't have that luxury. Anyone that is really triggered by the fact that they didn't get this, Niantic will bring this feature back. You will get to encounter this Pokemon. Yes, it's upsetting. The ad campaign was brilliant. I mean, nobody really knew what they were doing.
Nice.
Nobody really knew what they were doing with the ad campaign. And God, that kind of almost melded into me then.
It did a little bit.
But I suppose,
Nick, is that you?
I suppose the bottom line is, yes, Niantic screwed up. Yes, it's not the first time. Come on, guys, we're 6 years down the road.
It won't be
That's
the
the
last
point,
time,
though.
Ian.
You can't.
That's the point,
You
though.
can't say you wasn't expecting this.
No, I know, but we're 6 years down the road and we should be expecting it to work. Like,
6.5 and a half.
That's
exactly.
the nature.
Forget that.
6.5. That's the nature of progression.
Let's go full circle. Zorua will come back, and we'll all get a go on it. Yeah.
We'll
So
get a
yeah,
go on
I
it.
personally was.
La la.
But I'm putting this into context. Yes, I was actually upset. I was looking forward to it. I even took my bloody camera to work so I could actually do a video for it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. We've got that sound effect somewhere. It is something that we were all looking forward to, but it's gonna happen. I mean, like Coop said, it's not that deep. It is going to happen.
Do you know what, Ian? You're absolutely right. And for me, the tweet wasn't about the Pokemon. I couldn't care about Zorua. I do not care. I haven't got one. For me, it was a bit like what you said then. I think they do test it. I think they test it, very limitedly in a very glitchy sort of environment. Exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to invest some time and maybe, dare I say it, some money. Into maybe creating a more stabler platform.
That's next tax year. That's the next tax year.
Do you want me to get my wallet now?
But you are right, Mark. No, I agree. Yeah.
If they just sort of tried to drop it as a surprise, like not done this huge hype train and
This
all
is
of
the
the
thing. They
marketing
advertised
campaign,
it. Yeah.
it probably wouldn't have stung like it has. Like, I'm probably with you guys, honestly. Like, I know it will come back round at some event, whether they do it next week for Spotlight Hour or 2 Spotlight Hours down the road, or
But
whether
then
they do
again, if they hadn't advertised it, we'd all be here going, they've dropped a fucking great big feature. They've done this. They didn't tell us about it. We couldn't prepare.
But
so
perhaps-
again, they can't really
Well,
win
I'm just
unless
sort of playing
it's
devil's
perfect.
advocate with this and sort of going like, if they dropped it as a surprise, because it is a sort of new mechanic in a way. It's supposed to echo Ditto in a way. The fact that
It's like the Gen 7 Ditto card type thing.
but
isn't
instead of Ditto hiding as a bunch of shitty Pokemon, you'll see your buddy pop up on the map. And I'm assuming later down the road you'll be walking around whenever you park, your whatever gyms, etc., and suddenly you'll see your buddy. In my case, it'd be a Shadow Teddy Ursa. They'd pop up and go, "Oh, what the bloody hell's that?" And then you will try and encounter Zorua that way, which I think will be cool. I think maybe the fact that it looks so good it looks so good on the screen recordings and the photos that we saw on social media that might also add to the sting of like, it was so close to going well and it didn't. Yet so far.
Yet so far. Hey!
That's fair, guys. I mean, we've all got our own opinions, and I'm sure anyone that's listening to this will have their own opinions, and we will all get a chance to encounter this Pokemon. So let's get back on track. Let's make Coops feel a little bit more safe. Get back to the usual structure of the show.
Thank you so much.
Let's get back to the getting to know you section.
Fucking just tell me about you, mate. Just what's going on?
Okay, so getting to know you. Coops, are you happy now? We're back with the usual regular sort of order of things.
I'm more than happy, you know. What's it, Zorua?
Zorua, yes, you've nailed it.
Zorua, you know, that's in the dust. Time to move on to getting to know you.
This one is really down your avenue, Coops, actually, this question. So I was struggling to think of something that would come anything to as surreal a question as what Milo asked last week. So
nice.
I came up with this one. If there was an annual cosplay at work day where you work, and Milo, assume that you actually worked with people.
All right.
What would you dress up as? Or who would you dress up as?
Well, that's not very nice, Milo, was it?
Well, Milo is a sole contractor, technically, isn't he?
Yeah, Ian jumping right down my throat.
I'll take the tiny wheel. Listen, I'll answer this first, but before I do answer, I will say shots fired. I want some sound effects in there, please, for Milo. Yeah, you know, God bloody hell. But no, Ian, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to let you down, but I'm not really a cosplay kind of guy. I'm just really not. But with that in mind, but with that in mind, if I had to dress up as some sort of character, you lot know my love for The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. I think I'd do some sort of Legolas thing, Orlando Bloom in Lord of the Rings. You know, I'd get like a long hair wig, like the ears, and I'd go in with a bow. I think I'd be that type of theme. So maybe like what is he? Is he an elf? Is it?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
To be fair, that's not. I can't really say how much I'm obsessed with it, and then be like, is he an elf? I'm sure he's an elf. But yeah, so that's the kind of vibe that I'd go with. So yeah, that's my answer. But yeah, I'm really not a cosplay type guy. Roleplay.
I don't think any of us really are. But
Coops.
I thought you liked role-playing, Coops.
Yeah, no, roleplay, yes.
I thought he'd be like a Ginger Gandalf, wouldn't he?
Gandalf. Yes, Ginger Gandalf. Perfect.
I hate you. You could be my little Frodo Baggins.
Any day, mate.
Oh, I hate you. But yeah, that's my answer.
I'll let you guys into a little secret. Up until about, I think it was 2 Christmases ago, I hadn't seen any of the Star Wars films.
Oh, you're just losing
Ian,
points
calm.
with me now.
Calm.
Trigger alert.
I'm hearing things.
I corrected my wrong. At Christmas time, I watched all the Star Wars films, and Ian, you'd be proud of me. I did them in the machete order. I think it's machete order, so I did them
Yeah.
Did them in the order to watch them. And I fell in love with Ewan McGregor's portrayal? Is that the word?
Portrayal works, yeah.
Of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I loved Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars films. And I was even contemplating doing it in my own comfort at home, dressing up like him. But I wanted to go to like a bit like you said, like a Comic-Con or something, like a Star Wars thing. Because I love the films. I've submerged myself in them entirely. Love them. And if I was going to dress up, I would dress up as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Ewan McGregor style with my lightsaber, because it was an awesome lightsaber that he has as well. And that would be my one, Ian.
Very nice.
I rate that.
And Milo, I'm going to put a prerequisite in here. You can't dress up as Jeremy Clarkson.
Well, firstly, screw you, Ian. It's like, imagine you're working with people having like put the connotation I put in my show notes last week. You bastard.
I had to do something similar.
So, cosplay, surprisingly, not my bag.
I dress up as a car because I love cars so much.
Yes, I'll dress up as my master and I don't have to do anything, thank you. Just sit in it. No, if you're going to make an impact, I'm sort of thinking back to a Russell Howard caricature that he did as a comedy sketch. Mr. Dildo, that was it. It was hysterical. Honestly, I love the outlandishness of it, and you would definitely get noticed at a event. I would dress up as a giant
Yes.
penis. Because I am one.
Is that a real answer? Is that yeah? That's a real
Milo,
answer.
you're
But
not-
was it an
you're
actual
not
real
one,
answer?
Milo.
Though?
What are we doing? Do we have to do a character or something like that?
That's cosplay.
No,
I think it would just be hysterical.
Really, can't it?
Like, it'd just be so random, no connotations at all.
Dildo.
Like,
I thought you'd have dressed up like Toga Kiss, Milo. I thought that would have been your bag.
that's my backup if I don't get through security of whatever event
Or
I'm
the
going
training
to.
club.
I thought we said no Jeremy Clarkson, can't be the trainer club either. Are we okay? Are I allowed to be the penis or not?
Yeah,
If you want to be a penis, mate, you be a penis.
Glorious,
Yeah.
glorious.
You're our penis.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, collectively.
Dear.
Oh. Okay, I was not expecting that as an answer.
Excellent. Well, Ian, round us out if you can do.
Ian, you can imagine him like one of those politicians, you know, like the way they have like the raving loony party, and they've got like you see like Boris Johnson, you've got like the guy with the helmet on, with, like, when you've got Mr. Penis in the background.
Oh, God.
It'd be a definite surprise.
Yeah. I toiled over this question because I was trying to think what or who I would actually dress up as. Go on, Coops. I know you want to say something. Go on.
No.
He's edging towards the microphone.
No, I just feel like you're going to say something like, I'm going to be the condom to Milo's penis. That's what I feel like you're going to say, something like that.
Isn't that in like the Naked? Is it the Naked Gun or Spy Hard?
Naked
It's
Gun
the
where
Naked
they
Gun
wear
where
the
they wear a
full-body
full-body
condoms,
condom.
Oh, sorry. As if you know me so well, you could see my face itching
I could
to say
tell, man.
something.
I could tell.
Sorry. So no. Sorry. Over to you. Sorry.
Okay, so where do I go now after that? I had to think what were my favourite film franchises, and then so I narrowed that down. Coops, shut up. And I would dress up as Marty McFly from Back to the Future.
Nice.
Nice callback to
That
a
is-
question a couple of weeks ago.
Go back to a question. You know what? Anyone can wear a tuxedo like James Bond, and yeah, Mark used Star Wars already, so I think Marty McFly from Back to the Future. And I see Mark's busily typing away, so a poll might be
I was going to put this as a poll, and I'm concerned because we've got Marty McFly, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ginger Gandalf, we've got
Mr. Penis. And Mr. Dildo.
Oh God, I'm dying.
Actually, okay, I'd dress up as Mark's pole.
Yes, I like that.
Equality.
Coops, what are we locking you in with, Coops? What was your one again? The elf.
Dude, listen. I will take the L, and you can write Ginger Gandalf. It's fine.
That might win, actually. No.
And yes, Coops, Legolas is an elf in Lord of the Rings. I've just checked.
Thank you, Rose.
Yes.
People are going to be screaming at us for a little bit of the show there.
Yeah. I love the fact he just went quiet, and I was like, Ian, are you okay? And he was actually Googling that for me. I love that.
Proof checking.
No, you're fine. No, thank you for that, Ian. But I tell you what, gentlemen, if you can start that timer for me, because in 7 days' time, we're going to have a community. It's my favourite segment. It's not, but we're going to have a Community Day Classic. So if we start that timer, boys, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So like I said, in a week's time, on Saturday, November the 5th, 2022, from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m, just 3 hours. My dog is trying to get involved in the announcement as well. I don't know if you heard that.
You've just lost 5 seconds.
Yes. But the featured Pokemon is going to be Dratini. It's going to work like any other Pokemon. And for this one, this is good. You're going to get 3 times Catch Stardust. Lore modules activated during the event will last for 3 hours, which is fantastic. If you put one down, it's going to last the whole time. Stan, shut up. Incense, excluding the daily adventure incense, activated during the event will last for 3 hours also. And of course, you can take snapshots for a surprise. Boys, it works like any other community day, but with triple Stardust. Let's get it. So yeah, that will be in 7 days' time on Saturday, November the 5th.
Nice.
Here we go. Community Day Classic. You ready for it, boys?
My dog is.
I was going to insert a soundbite of me saying it's my favourite bonus, but we haven't got one on the soundboard.
Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1, Action.
It's my favourite bonus, because it actually
Yeah,
is.
it feels weird telling the editor that that's the clip he's got to clip, but yeah, clip that, Milo,
all right.
and you'll be fine.
I think I've got the handling of this, Triple Stardust Com Day, which will then become 4 times dust with the catches and the lures and stuff. As we've seen in the past, it genuinely doesn't necessarily matter what the mon is, and this will be people's first chance to get shiny Dratini, potentially. So it's
For some people,
it's going to be good.
It is definitely going to be good. Next Saturday, people. So, yes, next Saturday. So, get yourself out there between 2 and 5, I think.
Hashtag meet you out.
Of course, in the UK, the clocks will have changed by this point because they've actually changed by the time you're listening to this. So,
bollocks.
Anyway, I can see Mark edging towards that bar in the corner of his room. I think the pub's open, guys. It's definitely time for a pub quiz.
Boys, welcome to my pub.
Good to be back.
It's been
How
a
we
long
doing?
time. You should open this bar more often.
I'm thirsty.
I'm drinking.
Well, this is why I don't open it so often, because I have trouble in my bar when I have the doors open, boys. You always leave a little bit of a mess in here.
Oh.
And, yours truly has to tidy it up.
We apologise.
Sorry, bro, sorry.
It's all right. It is the quiz, boys. It is the quiz, and we have fun with this. Listeners love a pub quiz, and you can play along with this one. I've gone random on this one. I've just gone random general knowledge. There's a bit in it for everybody. Milo first, Coop second, and Ian at the back. And the reason I do this is because I just can't be asked to change the template on my Google sheet. That's why.
Fasifal bringing up the rear.
As usual.
You bring it up so well, Ian. So here we go. Do you like that, Milo? So,
Well, thank you.
the first question tonight on the pub quiz is: which animal is the largest British carnivore? So, is it A, the badger, B, the pine marten, or is it C, the fox? Milo, over to you first.
I'll go for the badger. Bodger.
Like that.
Todger. Todger tomorrow.
Todger. Todger tomorrow.
I'm not going to go with the Todger. I'm going to go with the second one, bro.
Pine marten, yeah?
B.
Excellent.
Yeah. Just because I've never heard of it before and it sounds edgy as hell.
I was actually thinking the same thing. I have no idea what a pine marten is. If I can't go human, because we're probably the largest carnivore in the UK, unless you're a vegan, then I will go pine marten too.
Pine marten. Brilliant. So, question number 2. Bom dia means good morning in which European language? Is it A, Spanish? Is it B, Italian? Or is it C, Portuguese?
That's a tricky one, actually, because me and foreign languages
Yeah,
are
because it could kind of be all
horrendous.
three, right? Yeah, it could. Yeah.
You could,
Well,
yeah.
there's similarities. I don't know. Why am I discussing this with you two, my competitors? Idiot. I'll go for Italian.
Can you say it again in your accent? Beautiful.
Bom dia.
No, Spanish.
So that's A for Coops, he was Spanish.
And I'm going to sound like I'm copying Coops, but I can rationalise why I think it. Bon dia, bon good,
Yeah, I
dia
can immediately see
day,
I've
dia
gone
dia de Muertos, the event coming up next week in Pokemon GO. So I'm going to go Spanish for those very reasons. And if I'm wrong, then I'd just look like a fool.
This is the problem with going first.
You know, I really should make these a little bit more easy for you boys. Shouldn't I? I should say like Bom dia and go like Spain, Norway, and Germany. Just pick different areas around the world. Question number 3. Uno, dos, tres. An audiometer is used to measure which sense of the human body? Is that A, sight? Is it B, vestibular, which is movement? Or is it C, hearing?
I'm just going to go with some pub quiz logic here and say it's not going to be the obvious answer. I'll go for B for movement, and if I'm wrong, oh well.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not eyesight. Could be auto. I'm thinking movement, car, auto. Yeah, I'm actually going to go B as well, actually. Could be C, but I'm going to go B.
Well, audio is sound. It's got to be hearing, surely.
I thought it said autometer.
Ian's going for C.
No, it's an audio meter.
Audio.
Oh, audio. I thought you said auto. Oh, my bad. Okay, well, yeah, hearing. Fine, but I've already picked. Fine.
Question number 4. What colour is described as sanguine? And I'll spell that for you. Not so you can Google
Clarify
it,
the spelling.
just so you know what I'm
You know what
trying
Coops
to
is like.
I do know what colour. And that's SANGUINE. Sanguine. Is it A, yellow? Is it B, ginger? I'm only joking. Is it B, red? Or is it
Sanguine
C,
Gandalf.
blue?
Milo actually has a ginger t-shirt on today.
I do.
He does.
I do.
Yellow, red, or blue?
Milo. Just a guess. I'll go for yellow.
Should have gone before you, Milo. Mark, the answer
shiny.
is red.
Is whatever I googled.
No way.
Oh, the Shuppet.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
you
Oh,
both
there's
got a
two
blue
of us that have got
shiny.
shinies.
No way.
Nice.
I couldn't see it. I thought it fled for a second there.
I should really put my game on, shouldn't I?
It was a puff of smoke. Oh, congrats.
Yes,
Sorry,
you
Ian.
should.
That was so unprofessional of me, that was.
It won't be in the edit, don't worry.
Coops, what have you gone for, buddy?
Yeah, GG's on the shiny, but my answer's red, so can you fucking tick it? I said red.
B for Coopsy.
I genuinely haven't got a Scooby, so what we've not gone for yet, I'm going to go C.
C for blue. Tonight's final question, number 5. Which Friends character famously insisted we were on a break? Sure you all love your friends. Is it A, Joey? Is it B, Chandler? Or is it C, Ross?
I want Coops to answer first.
Yes, let Coops go first.
Let Coops go first.
No,
Coops first.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've never seen an episode. No. Are you joking? Have I actually got to go first?
Yeah, because if I say it, you can just get the same answer.
No, bro, I'm not going to do that. Bro, come on. I'm not going to do that. I've actually got something in my head anyway, but I'm not.
Oh,
I love you, Coops.
come on.
This isn't how the pub quiz works. There's been plenty other of answers that you lot have known. We've not changed the order around.
Mark,
Milo, go for
Ross. Give me Ross.
it. Ross, C for Milo.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ross too. Yeah.
Oh, what a fucking surprise. Oh, dear.
And anyone that doesn't say Ross just really needs cancelling. We were on a break! The question should have been, Mark, you should have asked who asked to pivot.
Pivot.
Pivot. Oh, pivot. That was so
I know that one. That's Chandler, isn't it?
pivot.
This is why you should have gone like before me.
It's not how pub quizzes work, Milo.
Actually, technically, everyone answers it on an individual thing.
So that concludes the pub quiz. So which animal is the largest British carnivore? It is the badger. Well done, Milo. The pine marten.
What is one?
Pine marten, for people who want to know what a pine marten is. So a pine marten was actually introduced into areas in Scotland originally to control the population of grey squirrels. The best way of describing it is it looks like an angry, furry ginger Coops. Is the best way of describing it. A pine marten's got a reddish face.
Yeah.
And it.
It's like a
runs up
larger.
trees.
It's like a larger ferret or weasel, but like
Yes.
much bigger and ginger, as Marcus said.
A ginger, yeah, they're red, yeah, and they're aggressive. So bom dia means good morning in which European language? It is Portuguese.
Ooh.
No way.
An audiometer is used to measure which sense of the human body. Ian, thank you for just applying common sense. Audio, hearing.
No, that was
hoping-
at you because
I
I
was-
was said also.
You had the opportunity to go ahead of me. At any given point. I was trying to use pub quiz
Do you
logic.
know what I love about you lot? I swear in my answer I said, I'm thinking cars, automatic.
You did, but we
No
wasn't
one
gonna
stopped
correct
me
you.
and said,
Why
no.
would we?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, at no point someone went, Coops, bro. He said he didn't say auto. You lot are...
Why would we?
Every man for themselves, man.
So, question number 4. Which colour is described as sanguine? Coops is right. It was red, which is B. So, a point there for Mr. Coops and his first one. So, well done, Coopsy. Question number
The first of 2.
Which Friends character famously insisted we were on a break? I'm sure that Milo and Ian both knew who it was, or they know who it is. Coops was right. He followed suit. It was Ross. He's also the guy on an awful advert here in the UK who's disguised as a painting in a restaurant. What's he doing with himself? Ross,
Paycheck.
sort your life out, mate. Jeez. Exactly. So that means that everybody has ended on 2 points, which is quite a nice
So
way
we're all
to go
equally
on
as
the
bad
quiz.
as each other.
You're fucking terrible.
But I have got a tie-break question.
Oh,
And
that's
this
lucky.
Is one that Coops might... Yes, it is. But I think Coops... It's unfair because I think Coops will get this one probably better than you boys because it involves size. So...
You're going to go 100 metres, Coops.
The question is, what is the diameter to the nearest metre of the London Eye. I think, for fairness, that we reverse the order that people go in. And Coops, you can answer this one first.
No, what is this shit? No, I'm not. This never happens. This never. Like, you lot are out to target man tonight. I'm not. No way. I'm not answering until Milo's answering. No way.
I want to hear Coops' reasoning for this.
I want to hear your deductive reasoning too. Is it as big as the New York City ball?
I'm ignoring you. Right, so Mark, we're talking about the size from the top to the bottom, yeah?
The diameter, yes. That'll be the across it. So from
across,
one point all the way to the other. Circumference is all the way around. This is going across it, mate. So diameter, yeah.
All right, so, yeah, fine. I'll prove you a point and get this right and go first. So, if you've got a running track, that's 100 metres, right? The London Eye is no way near 100 metres. I wouldn't even say it's near half. But it is big. I think if you halved 50 metres, it's a bit too short. So I'm thinking a number in between 25 and 50 metres. So I'm going to go on the top end of that. So I'm going to say 44 metres is what I'm going to... No, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with 40 metres. 40 metres. I'm going with 40.
Which is just under half of the 100-metre track. Just for anyone who's listening.
Just for clarification.
40%.
I'm going to go a bit lower than Coops. I think it might be like 26 metres.
26 metres for Milo. Ian, I think you're going to play this safe, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. 41 metres.
Nice.
And what I love about your logic, Coops, and I've missed being able to... This is why I want to do more pub quizzes, because I do feel that this gives us the opportunity to explore the logic of the Coops. So, as soon as you went, so like a 100-metre racetrack, yeah, that's quite big, and no way is it as big as that, so it's going to be smaller. Well, it is over 100 metres.
Is it?
I just play the odds, mate. I'm just playing the odds.
No way.
Yeah, if you think about it, 20 metres isn't a lot. That's only like...
That's my problem.
10 Milos, so that's not very big.
Sorry, Mark.
10
Mark, sorry, it's over 100 metres.
Diameter, yes.
We are...
Yeah, if you think about how big each pod is, and there's so many pods on it.
Bro, we're fucking terrible. Coops, we live in London, for God's sake.
Yeah, but you don't live in Central.
But this is my point, though. This, for the second time tonight, I've explained my answer and I've said, so a running track is 100 metres, but the answer's in diameters. So why is no one correcting me?
No, diameter.
Diameter is...
It's not a metre, though.
No. What are you talking
the
about?
Diameter is...
Diameter is the word given to the length of measurement across a circle.
Yeah, but it's in metres.
It's still in metres.
But it's in metres.
From one side to the next, straight across.
I'm sorry, there's no way the London Eye is longer than 100 metres. There's no way.
It is 135 metres, and I'll let you Google
Coops,
it,
on your next adventure, take a tape measure to the London Eye.
Yeah.
Or Google it now.
I'm Googling it.
Tell you what, Coops, we'll wait here. Jump on the tube, go to Central, check it out, come back.
The tube? What's that?
The tube. Tube. So, sorry, the tube.
Sorry, what?
Right, we'll wait. Bro, I am shocked at that. I am absolutely gobsmacked.
It's big, isn't it?
To be fair, though, didn't I win? I won, though. Yeah, I won. I took the dub. I'm not bothered.
No, Ian did. He gave one more metre than you.
You got the dub.
I was actually thinking 50 metres, but I thought I'm just going to play it safe because anything over 40, I win.
Damn, I forgot you said that. Damn, I'm a mess tonight. Okay, well, GG's Ian. GG's.
That was a fun one, boys. Thank you for coming back to my pub. You're welcome anytime. And Coops, I will make sure there's a tape measure for you behind the bar. How does that sound, mate?
So dodgy.
I appreciate it.
God. I don't know about you, but I feel a bit sorry for Coops. He's had it a bit rough tonight. Anyone that doesn't know who Ross is, then you know what, you kind of brought it on yourself. Yeah.
I haven't seen Friends like that. I don't know who it is, you've not seen it.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. Great to have the pub quiz back, and hopefully we'll see more over the next few weeks. Now, this is the part of the show where we would normally cover
is the news.
So you lot, you know when Ian was like, Coops is having it a bit rough tonight. Well, have a look at the article that he's given me to read. So I've got an update on stickers, right? So
It's
when
my
you
favourite segment.
It's not, but when you think I've had it rough, people, he's giving me an article on stickers, right? He really knows how to grind my gears. But look, I've read the whole article, and there's really not much to sort of
what
say.
A surprise!
To be honest, apart from they're basically releasing a new feature on the stickers. I'm going to quickly read it to you. When sending a gift attached with a postcard, you'll be able to tap Add Sticker to pull up the new sticker view. Stickers will be grouped into different categories: featured, recent, messages, Pokemon, characters, miscellaneous, and who actually sends stickers. Now, swiping up on the sticker sheet will show additional stickers in your collection. Trainers will be able to navigate through their collection by scrolling up and down, similar to navigating the Pokemon storage screen. And obviously tapping on the list, do you know what this is a bit like? It's a little bit like on WhatsApp when you click the emojis and you can scroll across to the different emojis. They have the faces, then they have the food, then they have the weather. It's kind of really, very, really similar to that. And obviously, I can't believe I'm reading this, but to celebrate, I don't know if it's to be celebrated, but to celebrate this feature, Niantic have made the most of the stickers ever featured in Pokemon GO available for sale in the in-game shop. And this will last from
That's
Monday,
why you bought all the
October
coin scoops,
31st.
isn't it?
Nice.
Yeah. Stickers and stickers.
It's not rated guaranteed at all.
Until Wednesday,
Your sticker
November
gaps.
the 2nd. And Ian, I hate you. And apart from that, bring on the real news.
Do you
I
want
hate
me to
you
get
too.
my wallet now?
Yes.
But joking aside, people have been asking for a sticker storage update and easier way to navigate for a long, long time.
I am one of those people who's just like actually quite thankful that they've put this in place. I know it's a tiny, insignificant, whatever jokey update, but at long last, I don't have to scroll to fucking Timbuktu on the other side of the screen to find the Jeff Goldblum style Trico sticker that I want to send to everybody. Because that thing is literally on the other side of the planet in the sticker
Right
collection.
at the other
Well,
end.
it's longer than the London Eye, isn't it, Milo? If you start scrolling.
It's just under 100 meters.
No, diameters. Diameters we're
sorry,
talking.
yes, diameters.
It's a new form of measurement.
I hate you
Diameters.
so much.
Diameters.
That will be what the steps are calculated in. That's how you get your egg distance in the future, diameters. Yes, I can finally get the bloody
like I said.
Trico sticker stuck there for all of time. Everyone, you'll be getting Trico stickers from me if I send gifts.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I was going to say, when do you actually send gifts? That's
to
why,
you,
isn't it?
you
It's because you can't get to the sticker.
Can't get to the right sticker. It's holding me back.
Totally agree, though. It's a minor, insignificant, teeny tiny little update, but in terms of quality of life, this will make anyone that actually does send gifts, it will make their lives so much easier, and will save them a significant amount of time when doing so. So you've got no excuse now, Whitfield. You need to start sending gifts.
All right. That's a foul. You're not getting any gifts with lucky friends.
Shots fired.
Again.
Yes, that is all the news that we currently have, because Niantic have been pretty on the ball just lately, dropping the news on a Thursday for us.
It's the news.
Just to round it
But
out.
this week, no news. November. No
What
November.
happened? What did we
What
do?
night? Is it because we did Ask the Intern?
Many times. I don't know, maybe. We are getting towards the end of the month, and typically the next month's information drops at the last second, sometimes after it's started in APAC. So we'll find out what happens.
Okay, so let's move on from the news. Let's put that behind us, and let's talk about Coops' favourite time of the year. It's Halloween. Halloween event part 2 started today, 10 a.m, and let's have a
It's my favourite segment.
brief little chat about Halloween event part 2. Coops, how's it going, man?
I'm going to level with you all, and I totally understand that today, obviously, we're releasing this in a few days' time, so it would have been out for a few days, the Halloween part 2. The pump caboose with all the costumes, the Vulpix, the costume, that's all out.
Pump Kabunda.
But boys, to be incredibly...
Kabunda.
Huh? Pump... yeah.
Certainly the extra large one, you know.
But, Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's a
To be
large
fair,
one.
that's got a fat bunda on that.
Yeah.
But no, listen, obviously I'm hyped for Giratina Origin form. That's going to be here now for a few days, which is epic. I love that. Poker coins are filled up to the max. But in regards to the Halloween event spawns and spinning the poker stops, boys, I'm going to level with you. I'm really bored. I hate to say it, but I am really bored. I think this Halloween event this year, for someone that's not a costume hunter, that will have the game on now consecutively for the next week, purely for that orange thing that lights up in the bottom of my screen to do the
It's
origin
good, isn't
grades. But I am bored. Yeah.
You mean you mean you're not excited about Dusclops in the wild and Piplup with a hat?
I was last Thursday, Friday, but yeah, my not to be negative and moany, because I'm not being a twat, I'm just giving my honest opinion. But yeah, over a week on from Halloween Part 1 starting, boys, I'm not a costume hunter. I'm just a little bit bored, if I'm just being completely honest.
You're allowed.
Thank you.
From the probably 10 minutes I've actually played of this event, loving Giratina Origin forms back in raids. I don't think anyone can really complain about that. Nice. I haven't really seen that many Pumpkaboo, considering Part 1 where it seemed to be everywhere. I've seen very few in the sort of, I would say about 20 minutes I've played it today. Maybe that's just where I've actually been turning the game on, but it's nice to see costume Pokemon. Not that I'm a massive costume shiny hunter, but it's nice to see them. Everyone was complaining that they wasn't in Part 1, but they're here now, and we've got, another 6 days of this event, so...
Until November the 1st at 10
yeah,
or
so we've got until Tuesday morning.
in the morning.
It's, I think we said it last week, it's inoffensive, but genuinely, I see where Coops is coming from. 2 weeks for a Halloween event, I think, is probably a little bit too long.
I do get where Coops is coming from as well. He's already said multiple times he's not a costume Pokemon fan, and there are plenty of players out there who don't give a toss, frankly. And we talked about this briefly last week as well, but the spawns themselves, he's got a point. How long can you go? We had Shuppet Spolaire, we've had Mischievous Spolaire before the Halloween event started, and Spinnerax everywhere. It is very samey. They could have shifted it up a bit more, but they've just added a few extras. It should have just been a 1 week event, shouldn't it? Boom, there you go, enjoy. Well, it's always fluctuated between about 8 days, I think, maybe the shortest, and then right through, like one of them was 2 and a bit weeks, like 2.5 weeks way back in the day. So it's always fluctuated a little bit. The Part 2,
that's
I can't
a good
remember
point,
exactly.
Sorry to interrupt you, but you are right. And the thing why I find it boring is because 90% of stuff is the same. The raid boss is Giratina. It's basically the same thing, just a different form, and they've added in a Pikachu of a scarf and a Vulpix of a hat. I just think the spinning the Pokestops, it's all the same. They've not changed the rewards.
It's just the addition of the costume Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, but like they could have added in the costume Pokemon, but then like we were saying, got rid of Mischievous, got rid of Shuppet, got rid of Spinnerack, and added in another 3.
No, they can't get rid of Spinnerack. I still need the shiny. I still don't have the shiny Spinnerack.
But you know what I mean though, and then added in maybe a different 3 or 4, so you could grind the XLs for those. It's definitely, sorry to interrupt, but I like that idea. It's very,
a little bit of a shake-up would have been decent. Unlike, it's interesting, maybe it's just where you were, Ian, at the time, but I've been out for a bit of a grind sesh and seen Pumpkabunda everywhere. It's great. That's what I'm calling it now. It's been everywhere with the hat. I've caught well over into 200 plus, I would say. Thankfully, it's been spawning. It probably will pick up as well if you get either the foggy or the sunny boost. It's a great little new shiny. It's just a shame. I think we said this. It's only shiny eligible now that's got a costume. You can't get it because after the Halloween event, it will go away. You can't get it without it. So that might jar with some people. I don't know, I'm just glad there's a load of new costume stuff. I like my costume shiny, so that's where maybe I'm sort of like, Part 2 is a bit better, etc. But genuinely, I can understand if you're not interested in costume shinies or chasing costume hondos, etc. This is very much just a copy-paste kind of thing, except you've got Origin Giratina, which, yes, like you, Coops, I will be raiding to hell and back for it.
Yeah, send me raids, bro. Send me raids.
I shall do.
Send us all raids.
What of the rural trainer?
I think we joked about saying Part 1 was going to be a bit meh, and then they were going to unleash the costumes and make it feel more Halloween-y. And lo and behold, that's what happened in Part 2. The fact there's a shiny chase on makes an event exciting. I don't have a real opinion strongly for or against costume Pokemon. I don't dislike them, but I'm not overly infused by them. But I do like to collect them. Certainly on my lunch break today, it freshened it up a bit. say I like the way the game looks at the moment. It looks really nice. It feels quite atmospheric. It just feels the maps have been improved. It just feels really nice. And actually, it was only the other night when I went on a bit of a walk, and I noticed some of the pumpkins have got the Team Rocket carved in them when you see them at night. And when they glow at night, you look at it and go, that's a lovely detail. On the first part of my walk, Pumpkaboo wasn't spawning a lot, and I was a little bit, oh no, please don't do this. But then it seemed to pick up. I'm comfortable that they might be impacted by the weather, but like you said, for something to go for, and I've got a reason to want to play the rest of this event. I'm still hatching 7-kilometre eggs. Obviously, Shiny Noibat is still available, and also available in new 10k eggs that you get as well. So you've got 2 opportunities to walk and hatch eggs for that one. Still haven't got it yet. And I think that the hatch rates for Noibats have been really good. I've got to say, I've probably been getting an average of maybe 3 or 4 per 9 hatched. So
that's pretty good. That's
45% hatch.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I've not seen that higher hatch rate.
Which is good, but I get it from both sides. It is rinse, repeat, whatever you want to dress it up. But the fact that we did get a new shiny in part 2, and we have got Vulpix in a new costume, that's quite cool. But yeah, no shinies today. Well, other than the one on the recording, and it wasn't a new one.
Is that the first one of the part 2?
Yeah, I got that one on for part 1, and I've got the same one for part 2. There you go. Thank you.
And you know what, Mark? It's funny you mentioned the eggs, because I think we touched on this the other week. The boxes are terrible at the moment, and literally they have got a gun to your head with that boo box.
You're entirely entitled to try and hatch one at a time with your infinite incubator, but I will say I've done my fair share in terms of maxing out 7-kilometre eggs every day since the Halloween event started, and I've actually had multiple batches of eggs with no Noibat at all. And it took 130 plus eggs to then get Shiny Galarian Mask, which is cool, new shiny, but it's like 130. We know. I wasn't born yesterday. We know
what happens with the egg scam. Yeah.
Eggs are a scam. They're loot boxes, etc. But it's like, that's the problem when you lock a 6 shiny behind an egg wall, is that everyone's going to try and go for it, or most people, should I say, are going to try and go for it. Some people might see sense and not opt for it, but then you see other people getting it on social media and on your friends list with the little things.
It's the FOMO, isn't it? It's literally, it is purely FOMO.
Yeah. It is. It's
because you know damn
FOMO.
well that they are going to release Shiny Noibat in a live event, so when maybe Go Fest next year, or maybe some sort of Safari Zone. It's going to become easier to get.
Wouldn't be surprised if it gets a Community Day later down the road, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the eggs are killing me. Jeez.
Been bad.
Oh, mate, terrible. I'm now into like 160 eggs and like 1 shiny, no hundo, no nothing else. Just bad.
That's bad. I mean, I've only probably done a batch a day on normal incubators.
Maybe that's the way to go. Don't max out. A small little point, though. This is completely irrelevant if you're playing the game on Sunday when this episode drops, or in the future. Did you notice that when the event started, Vulpix and Gengar had no animations at all? Like, Vulpix and Gengar were just statues.
Yeah,
They
there's no attack
fixed it
animation.
now, but it would just stand there, and then sometimes it would just appear to basically blow your ball away. Your ball would just bounce off it and it wouldn't move. So they fixed that, but it was really weird. Everyone's going, why is Vulpix like just frozen? It's deadly still there. And Gengar in the raids didn't move either.
I wasn't lucky enough to be playing the game at 10 o'clock this morning.
It was very bizarre, I have to say. You're seeing this. Usually Pokemon... Pokemon usually have a little wiggle when they encounter them and when they're waiting to be caught and all of that. This Vulpix just stood there like rabbit in the headlights, petrified.
We should have done that with a lot of the other ones on this Halloween event to help with my XP throws. That would have been very helpful. Yeah. Stay
still.
Closer and don't move.
Bastard.
Yeah, Halloween event, it's okay, but one thing that's better than okay, everyone's favourite section of this show. Zoe, over to you for...
Shinies of the week.
I prefer the other one, I'm not going to lie. We've actually got one from Instagram. Oh my god. One in from Instagram from a friend of the show, Bravo. 1883. We met in Seattle. Throwing it back, beepity beep beep fucking beep.
Yeah.
Hashtag Shinies of the week. Spelt a bit wrong, but it's okay. We get the gist. Hey boys, forgot to mention this yesterday.
No, don't mention it. Don't mention it.
We won't mention it. Okay, and that's that done. So got this bad boy while using my daily free raid pass while listening to the podcast, and bagged a shiny Galarian Mask, 96% IV. Very nice indeed. So that was the shiny of the week, but then actually, literally as we started to jump onto the call to prep to record tonight, Level 1 shiny Pumpkabunda, which is very nice. Level 15 CP. Toit. It's the extra small bunda.
I'll tell you what, you want to get the big bunda, don't you? That'd have a lot of purple on it.
Oh yeah, the
big
big bunda
on your screen. Well, I've got one from Kerry Hudson, who listens to our show. This one was on Instagram as well. She said, honestly, at first I thought it must have been guaranteed with the laughing out faces. But she said, I don't usually nickname my Pokemon with stats moves, but he deserved one. Kerry got on the £4.99 research line for Shiny Spiritomb.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely amazing. And has aptly named it £4.99.
You can definitely put a value on that shiny. Big congrats.
Definitely. Love it.
That's the only one you get this year as well.
Yeah,
that's the only one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so I'll go next. This is kind of a hybrid Shinies of the Week / letters to the host. Came through Twitter DMs, and it says, I thought I'd just share with you the results of my Giratina raids that you could possibly use in the Shinies of the Week segment. So this message is from Spikers29, listener from Australia, and they go on to say, these were back-to-back Shinies, and they have got 4 shiny Giratina back-to-back-to-back. And apparently they've worked the odds of that out to 1 in 390,625. That is just insane.
Nice.
That's ridiculous.
So GG's Spikers29.
That's actually insane.
And for me to wrap this one up, I've got one from @SuperDuperJT. Back again for some more shiny goodness while listening to Incensed podcast. As always, girlfriend got 3 shinies, but 2 of hers are way better than my 5 shinies this week. Her second ever origin form was a shiny. Is she also a casual now?
Nice.
2 @casual. #ShinesWeek. Yes, she is. And his girlfriend got Giratina, a Sableye, and the Galarian Yamask, which is awesome. And he did get a Shuppet, a Zubat, and a Zubat. Yeah, sorry, bro, yours is shit compared to hers. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, GG's.
Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, great Shinies of the week. But what's that, Coops? Can you see something on your screen?
Yeah, I'm. Obviously I've been thrown off with the sort of order of tonight's episode, but I'm not sure. Is that a raging? Is that Moscow?
We started this show in a different order. We're finishing it in a different order, but don't you worry, Coops. We'll see if there's much love for you on the poll results. But we had some fun with our getting to know you question on tonight's episode, or on today's episode, or whenever you're listening to its episode. But the boys have picked their favourite cosplay. Which of these is your favourite? And we'll do them in order, because that's always fun. In 4th place, with 13%, was Marty McFly.
Oh. That's all right, I won the pub quiz.
That's good. You'll stand out.
Yeah.
In 3rd place, with 16%, was the Ginger Gandalf.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
GG's.
Do you know what, guys? We all failed miserably here, because in 2nd spot, which I'd normally be quite chuffed with Obi-Wan Kenobi, we got 18%.
So how many people want to dress up as a cock?
So in 2nd spot combined were us 3 with 47%, boys, but with 53%, and the winner tonight was Mr. Dildo.
I can't.
Nice. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Quality.
GG's Mr. Dildo.
Wouldn't it be
Could you get that as an in-game name?
Well,
Oh my god.
how do we top that? I suppose the simple answer is we don't. We're going to call it a day. Before we do go, we'd just like to take a few minutes to thank everyone that listens to this show. Well, I can't really describe what we've been talking about tonight. It's, well, make of it what you will, but thank you for listening to us regardless. And you know what? If you are one of our patrons, bronze and silver tiers, thank you very much. We love you. But those of you that are on the gold tier, and we'll call you out by name: HermesNinja, TishSmith, JB, CliffordMert, DerbyRuss, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Dom the Ragnarok, Kimber, and our newest gold tier member, MUFTi. Thank you very much.
Which, by the way, you need to remove some friends, because
yes,
I can't
MUFTi,
add
your
you as
friends
a
list
friend.
full, so we can't add you.
Yeah,
so,
I've tried to add you like 8 times, bro, but you're saying it's
snap.
full. So.
Clear 4 spaces and we'll resend.
Nice.
But you know what? You can get in on the goodness too. If you want to become a member of our Patreon, you know it's dead simple. Head over to patreon.com/Incensed podcast. We have tiers that start from £1.50. But if you want to join us on these recordings, along with a few other little bonuses, the gold tier is right there with a few spaces left. Now, we love your stories. We've had a few tonight, and we like to share them. So whether you want to just tell us a funny story, whether you want to send us a Shinies of the Week, reach out to us. Now, you can do that by reaching us on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, or by going old school at incensepodcast@yahoo.com. Please ensure that when you're listening to us, you hit that follow button or the little plus button on Apple Podcasts so that you make sure that you get new episodes straight to the inbox of your app. Makes it easy. And a 5-star review, you know what? Never hurts. Coop's still damaged that we're on 4.9 on. He talks about it every week in our meetings before the show.
In our meetings, yeah, he does.
Do you know what?
Post-production.
Do you know what? Yeah, I talk about it every week. I'm going to let you have tonight, boys. I'm back next week with a vengeance.
And on that bombshell, we'll catch you next week with another show, episode 91, coming fresh to your device.
Earbuds.
AirPods.
Headphones.
End this now. End this now.
End this now. We're gone. See you next week.